Jack enters the cafe. Two men sit at the table, tucking into their breakfast. They see Jack enter.
Check out the chink.
Easy, Joe. You might get a little come through on your ass.
Jack calmly walks past the two men and nods his head. He walks up to the counter. A middle-aged woman cooks up sausage and eggs.
Yeah, pretty good. Yes, what would you like?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Fat Tony. Do you know where I might find him?
The two men look up from their breakfast and turn to Jack.
Who wants to know?
I would like to know.
Weird smile on you.
I would like to speak with Fat Tony. Do you know him?
Yeah, we fucking do it. How the fuck do you want to speak to him?
It's Desmond.
Man number one gets up, followed by man number two, and approaches Jack. Jack turns around to face the approaching men. Jack readies himself for trouble.
It is not.
Suddenly, the woman cooking behind the counter whaps Jack over the head with a saucepan. Man number one thumps Jack full force in the ribs, then in the face. Jack drops to his knees, stunned, winded and rendered useless. We see the front of the shop, the door opens, and Jack is thrown out into the street. Crashing to the pavement, man number one casually walks out onto the street.
Come back here again. We won't leave.
Man number one walks back into the cafe. Jack picks himself up off the floor, blood trickles down his eyebrows, he wipes his blood from his eyebrow and looks at his finger to see the blood. Jack tastes the blood, looks into the cafe, then walks back into the cafe with purpose. Jack continues to walk with purpose straight towards the men. The men look at Jack approaching and grin to each other.
Round two.
Jack stands before the two men, pauses momentarily, and then unleashes a fireball of martial arts upon the two men. Several seconds later, the two men are unconscious on the floor. Jack approaches the counter once again. He looks at the woman.
Last weekend, with Fat Tony. I never hated women, but there's always exceptions to the rule.
A voice from the corner of this cafe interrupts the awkward situation.
Your balls coming in here, roughing up my lads. I'll give you that.
Jack looks over to the corner of the room.
You're either very brave or very stupid.
I'm here by Sarah Lee.
Oh yeah, Sarah. Doesn't know. What does she want?
I would like you to stop terrorizing her.
You didn't just threaten me, did you? Terrorising? You would accuse me of terrorising. Is it now a crime to run a business? I've nothing against Sarah Lee. And there's nothing wrong with helping competition. So, I suggest you take yourself out of my sight before I have second thoughts about letting you leave here alive.
Jack moves into Fat Tony's personal space.
I've seen the video footage that proves you're behind the attacks on Sarah and her restaurant.
What? I'm rather sick of your accusations.
Fat Tony reaches into his jacket pocket and pulls out a gun. With no time to breathe, Jack throws the table out of the way. Punches Tony, then grabs him by the throat and pins him up against the wall.
You've been warned. I believe in second chances. If I come back, I will kill you.
Jack releases Fat Tony from around the neck. Fat Tony drops to his chair, gasping for air. Jack leaves.
You're gonna fucking pay!
Jack exits the camera.
You bastard! Fucking have you!